Hey traders, I've spotted an opportunity on the URUSD. Today is Thursday, the 6th of October, and it is 9 a.m. So we're in the London session right now. Now, URUSD, before I run over the setup, has been a little bit of a nightmare recently. However, I've tried to figure out what it's been doing. So all of these lows and all of these high points, so we've got a high point across here, which I do believe URUSD is going to take out. Why? Because after this sudden fast move the other day, many people would have jumped into the URUSD and would have placed stops above this obvious area over here. So with that being said, what was this move? I personally think it was a run to take out the stops, which must have been just below here for people who went long after this sudden rush. Okay, so again, it's all about market psychology and what the market is actually thinking in itself. So we took out the stops there, and I do believe now we're going to go up and take out the stops and come to the top of this rectangle. So that rectangle there is just the boxed range of consolidation which I put across on the daily time frame. Okay, so back to the hourly now. I've been stalking this morning. I've dragged a fib from this point up to this point, so it's one candle, two candle, and what I've seen is I'm actually in this trade now, and I entered after this green candle right here. So risk reward tool long position. So at the close of this candle, so what actually happened, guys, is the markets came down. We've spiked straight below the prior day's low here, and we spiked the 50% fib. So this is what my setup looks like. My stop is 20 pips below this wick here. Okay, so it's 64s, so just there, breathing room. Okay, there's my stop. So I'm risking 31 pips on this trade. So I'm going for the fib target too. So I'm just going to say the top of that rectangle there, so 73 pips. So at the minute, that is what URUSD is actually looking like. So I've explained what the market psychology is doing on the URUSD. We spiked through the prior day's low. We spiked at the 50% fib. We're in a rectangle box range on the daily. So now I'm already in the trade. It's a risk reward of 1 to 2.3. So 1 to 2.3 risk reward. And hopefully this can come through potentially today. Now, with that being said, I am going to take short targets on the URUSD because of the price action has been a little bit sloppy recently, and also we're breaking this counter trend line, guys. So I hope that made sense. Consolidation on the daily, looking for the stop punts on this crazy pair. Pierce through the prior day's low right here. Again, classic move. 50% fib retracement, and I'm using the fib D extension target and the top of the box rectangle range from the daily as my potential area. And as I mentioned, above here we also have potentially many stop losses from everybody who's going short on the euro. So let's see how this trade actually plays out, and I'll check back in soon. Hey guys, and for the aftershock, so URUSD, I did get stopped out. I got stopped out. Let me just move this over to the right hand side a little bit, keep it aligned as to where I entered. So yeah, I got stopped out on this trade. I lost 31 pips, which isn't too bad regarding the profit I made on the pound pairs, the GBP JPY plus 71 and the GBP AUD plus 122. I also took them trades today. So I'm in net profit of around 160, 165 pips. So basically with this one, it's a little bit of a strange one. Okay, URUSD has been behaving badly recently, but as I say, a 31 pip loss on the euro today in comparison to the 71 pips on GBP JPY and 122 on GA. It's not too much to actually, it's one of them. I don't really care, but I do care as to why it happened and what we can learn from it. So fib move A, B. Okay, I was looking at C, and it was spiking on the 61.8. I was like, okay, because again, I give it some breathing room. Kept the stop firmly in place, targets firmly in place as well on the extension. But what actually happened here was, well, to be honest, can't really tell you too much as to what happened, but on the 4 hour, we're potentially going to come a lot lower and maybe take out the lows here where this daily area support is, because we've got this level where potential stops may be hiding. Okay, so URUSD may come spike down, then reverse, who knows. We've got non-farm payroll. It's currently 11 p.m. Thursday evening, so tomorrow's non-farm payroll, so it could be just misbehaving until then, but we could also maybe count these as lower swing highs, who knows, ready to make new lows. If we look at the daily as well, if I remove all of this now, looking at the daily, we've got a pretty firm bearish candle there and a crossover to the downside. So the bias has gone from, see, Euro USD is a nightmare. If you guys have been keeping up with the weekly breakdowns around this time, because again, today is still Thursday, the 6th of October, it's just been an absolute pain to actually to trade. It's like, it's so difficult. It's sudden movements. It's quite sporadic. It is not really following suit too well. Now this is probably going to shoot back up again now, so it was worth a shot. Don't get me wrong, it was worth a shot. We had a bit of confluence around here. We had 3 confluences: daily low, daily support, and the fib as well. But it just didn't work out, as you can see here on the 4-hour. Bearish, 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 bearish. And by all means, you know, whatever, it's happened. It's just, if you look at this, look at this price action here, it's quite difficult, right? So it may well have, boom, pinned all the way up here, come all the way up, hit our target, great. Then came back down and done whatever it needs to do. But there's not too much clarity on the euro at the moment, so I'm quite glad my stop loss was relatively tight, 31 pips. I'm not going to complain. And that's that. Stopped out, didn't work. Sometimes things aren't going to work. Keep your stops tight, keep them in place. But the risk reward was there as well, guys. So it was a pretty decent risk reward. So why not? You know, why not? So 3 trades I did today. I had a lot of time on my hands. I'm up 160 pips for the day. Going into tomorrow, no more trades. Excuse me, no more trades. So that's it for this week, really. I'll be back next week. Actually giving away for 10 days as well. Going to Santorini for 10 days, so hopefully I can get some good content knocked out when I'm there as well. But yeah, failure minus 31 pips. Thank you.